Hi everyone, Aiden here with etrailer, and today we're going to be taking a look at our BedSlide sliding truck bed tray. Now these are going to come in a variety of different shapes and sizes for your different truck bed applications and bed lengths, so be sure to use our fit guide to find the right one for you. The one we're looking at today is designed more for your mid-size trucks, and we've got it installed in our Ford Ranger. Let's check it out. So right now the tray is fully slid out, giving us much easier access to the contents of our bed, whether it be one of these large heavy totes or maybe just a small dry bag for our campsite. And with our tonneau cover in place, we're able to keep it closed and still access everything. And when we're all done, we can just pull the lever to slide this all the way back in and tuck everything away where it's covered and locked up by the tonneau cover. The same could be said if you have a camper shell too. Bed slides are really popular with people that have camper shells because having to crawl in there and get stuff from the very front of the bed while having that camper shell over the top of you isn't the most comfortable. So bringing the stuff to you can be the easier option. The tray gives you a really big handle to operate and a pretty easy to pull trigger that allows you to extend the tray out to two different locking positions, one about midway here, so if you only need easier access to something midway through the tray, you can, or you can pull it out to the second position, which is going to give you much further extension, about 75% of the total tray length. So to give you a measurement for that, you can maybe take this to your own truck and see what that would line up with, but from the end of the bed to the end of the actual usable space on the tray, it's 34 inches, which on a smaller 5-foot bed is quite a bit of length that we're bringing our cargo out to us, making it all easier to reach. Now this version of the bed slide can support 1,000 pounds, and one of the nice things about the very permanent installation here, bolting into the bed of your truck, means it's also going to be really strong. So it can support that weight even in that extended position. Now obviously you don't want to take 1,000 pounds and just put it at the very end. It's assuming that is somewhat evenly distributed, but the fact that you can still sit on the end of it, if you're maybe say going to the campsite, you can sit here to have your meal while the whole tray is still extended. The deck is this really grippy material that's much like a spray and bed liner, maybe even a bit more aggressive than that, where it's going to help prevent things from sliding around as easily, albeit maybe it's going to be a little bit difficult to clean. Dirt loves to get collected in here and it's hard to wipe off because of that texture, so keep that in mind. For things that maybe still are sliding, you've got the included 4 tie-down rings that you can loosen up and slide along the tracks that run the entire length of the border, and the 5-inch high side rails are going to help box things in a bit too. Those are present along the sides and the rear of the tray. Those tracks that are on the base of the tray are also present on the side rails, and BedSlide does make a variety of different accessories like storage bins that utilize those tracks to mount up and sit off to the side where you can have additional storage for smaller items. Or you could just use it for additional tie downs. If you find that you're using the included 4 D-rings a lot and want to add more, you could do that too. These bed slides do require drilling for the installation like I mentioned. This particular one has 4 different mounting locations where you'll drill a small hole in the bed, install a riv nut, and then bolt the whole tray to that riv nut. So it's a very solid mounting option, but it does mean you're probably not going to remove this. This is very much for someone that knows they're using their truck for work, or maybe as a dedicated camping rig, where the bed slide's going to live in there full time. And that does mean that you'll be sacrificing some function of your truck bed, like taking it to the store, filling it with a whole load of dirt or mulch or something for some house projects. It's really not going to be very feasible with this because you've got all this room for that stuff to get lost now, and it's just not going to be easy to shovel out. So depending on how you're using your truck, you might find that this is not the choice for you, or that it fits perfectly. The frame underneath is steel, and then the main deck is this composite material, and any metal throughout the entire tray is black powder coated, so you should find really good weather resistance all around. Although you probably have some sort of covering for your bed, with this installed, but say you've got a tonneau cover like this where water intrusion might happen some places, or maybe you have the cover open sometimes, you still probably want to know if it's going to hold up. But that's really all there is to it. If you're looking for a way to just gain easier access to the things in your truck bed because you've got some sort of covering over the bed, I think a bed slide is a great option. If you're not super comfortable with the install or drilling into your truck, you can always use our dealer locator tool to find an installer near you and help you out with that part of the process. But I've installed a couple of these. They're not too bad. If you're up to the challenge, then I think it's going to be a really nice addition to the truck. The big thing is just making sure that you find the right fit for you, whether you've got a smaller mid-size truck like our Ranger today, or a full-size truck with a longer bed. There's going to be a size that's right for you, but this has just been our look at the BedSlide sliding truck bed tray. Thanks for watching.